In this video, we're going to talk about using AI to create short clips from longer videos with OpusClip.
Real quick, you're watching VP Land. Special thanks to our sponsors for helping make our NAB coverage possible, Blackmagic and Atomos. And now back to the video.
All right, what's up? I'm here with Conor from OpusClip's. Conor, good to see you.
Great to see you as well.
Tell me a bit about what we got here with OpusClip.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are the world's leading generative AI video clipping tool. So we launched in June of last year, spent about a little over a year working on this thing. It takes your long form content, finds the highlight moments from it, which I'll get into what that means in a second, and then turns it into shareable formats, right? So you can distribute it on social media or wherever you're trying to distribute your content, right?
Vertical clips, square clips, whatever
exactly.
you want. Yeah.
So I think one of the biggest things that we realize with content creators is like you can't be a single platform creator anymore, right? Mm-hmm. But that being said, in terms of monetization, in terms of investment and impact, like focusing on those longer form conversations is what makes the most sense for a content creator because they can get the most value out of those, right? Both monetarily and in terms of like redistribution, right? Mm-hmm. What we can do then is automate sort of the boring part, the non-creative part of a content creator's workflow, right? And splice up all that content into shareable formats, be able to auto-post it to all your social media platforms, and boom, you are a multi-channel creator just from focusing on that one original single piece of long-form content.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so what are some of the ways you could bring in your content into Opus?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the beauties of our program is the fact that you can just, from our dashboard, you just grab any YouTube link you want. We have, we have everything from Vimeo, Zoom, Rumble, Twitch, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, StreamYard. We've got like a bunch of other smaller ones too. You just grab the link from whatever platform you're grabbing it from, wherever you host your content. With big media companies even, like we're connecting directly into their like Octo servers.
So you're just pulling their files directly
from
from
just pulling their files directly from there, spitting it into here, and then once you put your link in, you get all these different like little options. This takes 2 seconds to just like, and like you can have these preset as well. And then you just click get clips in one click. You wait 5 to 10 minutes and boom, all your clips are organized and ready to go. Oh, this is the editor. Let's jump over here. So yeah, so then you get, so this was like a 20-minute ABC News evening broadcast, right? So, that's usually a 30-minute segment, 10 minutes of commercials. They put the 20 minutes of the actual content up on YouTube. We grab that YouTube video, and from that 20-minute broadcast, we've successfully produced, with just 10 minutes waiting, successfully produced 15 different clips. Each one comes with its own score that's based on these 4 different factors that we aggregate to give you a score out of 100. And our virality score is kind of our, it's been sort of the secret to our success, right? It's a basically way of actually ranking the clips that you get and giving you rationale, right? Our AI actually tries to explain to you why it likes a clip and why it doesn't. In this case, it didn't really like this clip, right? It said, actually, it really liked the hook. It found the hook provocative, right? Which is, because it was a Houston-bound flight was forced to make an emergency landing. Ooh, that's provocative. But when you actually dive into it, you realize, like, okay, they find that the content is logical, but it's not that interesting after you get past the hook. Right, that's what it's telling you. So
here, this is its explanation
of
so
what each one of these is based on these different factors, what the AI thinks.
And then this is the actual content.
And then this is the actual transcript, yeah. And then you can go into the transcript.
How is it determining what it thinks is viral?
Yeah, so we built a AI curation, basically. We built a model off of reviewing over 5 million different shorts that were out there on the internet. We also hired professional short form editors to go out there and clip things well and then clip things badly and try to trick the AI in different ways. And over a time, the AI got really clever and really good at judging what is a good short form clip, what is a bad short form clip. And then we had another AI that got really good at actually doing the physical clipping. And then they basically battle every time while you're waiting and argue with each other.
So you built your own models for these using giving it a bunch of clips, like these are good clips.
Yeah, so we built a clipping model and then we built a judge model. Okay. And then the judge yells at the clipping model and tells it needs to do a better job until the clipping model does a good enough job that the judge model says, okay.
That's the score that we get there.
And that's the score, exactly.
Okay.
So the judge is the one that's providing the score, being like, this, the clipper did a good job, the clipper did a bad job. And the clipping model is just constantly getting that feedback and constantly improving and trying to learn more and more.
Clipping question. Well, okay, so I've messed with some of the clipping tools around. Yeah. And some of the challenge, though, is because sometimes when you're clipping a thing, it's like you have the sound bite, and sometimes it's like, oh, maybe there's another part in the interview that's a more engaging hook.
Yeah.
but then you want this other soundbite. So you do like a little bit of editing. So like, will you get to the point where instead of just the one excerpt, maybe you can like grab a hook from somewhere else?
Yeah, no, we already do that a lot.
Okay, so wait, are we seeing? So is it just pulling?
It's not just pulling one consistent segment.
Putting things new
No, it's
bits
putting
together?
bits together. We try to avoid it reordering things, not because it can't do that. We got into some trouble with that because it almost creates a generative AI system where you can fake
Like,
what people are saying a little bit.
Putting things
right?
out of context?
Yes,
Is that-
exactly.
okay.
So we try to still provide that contextual value. Sometimes it will do that because it feels like it's forced to, but we try to tell the AI to avoid that for that obvious reason.
So this is not just finding like good 20, 30-second
No,
clips from your
it
video.
will grab-
This is...
Yeah, I mean, we can poke around a few of these clips, but usually a lot of them will be, this is news, so it's probably going to be more linear.
Uh-huh.
With a lot of different types of content that we clip though, it will grab different parts and then you'll see it in the transcript. It'll create breaks and then you'll see the new timestamp of the new segment that it grabbed.
the stuff that it cut out.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
shorten it. Okay.
So
What was
it'll
the,
cut out big chunks in the middle.
What was the different color words we were seeing in the
Yeah, for sure here.
in the other clip?
So these are like highlight words. So our AI automatically highlights different words. You can obviously just go in and like highlight whatever word you want, right? And then you can always just delete any word completely from the transcript and the video, right? So like, let's say I don't want this sentence, right? I can just go through like this and delete it, and it'll delete it completely from the clip.
Okay, so you got like your basic editor
exactly.
trying to fine tune some stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And what about like I'm sure she's probably center frame, but what about reframing when you crop? Are you able to like track faces or
Yeah, so we
not
track
avoid-
faces pretty effectively. Where we run into trouble is when there's no faces on the screen, right?
And what to focus on?
Yeah, exactly. So what we generally do with that is our AI will panic and it will switch to fit mode. So basically anytime the AI doesn't know what to do, it'll default to fit, where it just adds big buzzles and it's like, I think all of this is relevant, so I'm just going to leave it there, right? But wherever it can, it'll either do fill or it'll split it. It can split it into 3 or 4, and then we also have a screen share
It
mode.
does that on a shot-to-shot basis?
Yes. So, for instance, so this is 3 people talking side by side, right? But see, like it's showing a screen, it's showing a still from the movie, right? So this one didn't do as good of a job. But if let's say,
we got to reframe.
then you got to reframe on his face, right?
I guess also a good time to point out too, it is bringing dynamic captions in.
Yeah, exactly. It's bringing dynamic captions, dynamic emojis, and then B-roll as well. If we turn on B-roll.
Oh, so what kind of B-roll?
Yeah, so look, so for instance, here it switched to a clip from the movie, and it knew that like, okay, I want that whole clip in there, right?
Okay.
So it took it out of the bezels so that you can see the whole thing. But where it can zoom in, it will try to zoom in.
The B-roll you mentioned.
Yeah.
So like, what kind of B-roll is it bringing in?
Yeah, so we have 2 types of B-roll. We have B-roll from stock and B-roll from from generative AI. We use DALL-E, Stable Diffusion. And,
is that like a setting you tell it to do? How does it kind of determine if it should make a video? Or
yeah,
not?
so regardless of which version of it you use, the stock version or the B-roll, it's trying to find relevant contextual keywords, right? So like it'll be like, okay, I understand the context of this whole clip that I've created, right? Now, what are the keywords that are the most important or most critical for this discussion that's going on, right? It'll identify those keywords, and then from those keywords, it'll go and try to if it's from AI, it'll try to go make a image. It'll we take a keyword, we feed it to an AI, we feed it to like the AI prompting models, right? We feed it to a GPT that then goes through and says, okay, based on the context that I have from the transcript and based on that keyword, it then generates an image prompt, that it feeds that image prompt into the image generator, and then it comes up with the image and puts it in there for you.
Okay.
Right? Now, if it's from stock, it just literally takes that keyword that it defined, uses it as a search query in the stock footage, and then finds whatever the most relevant stock
brings
footage
that
is.
in.
Brings that in,
Okay.
yeah. So, like, as a result, the stock version, it's super great for on-the-nose stuff. Person playing tennis, right?
Yeah.
The AI B-roll is much, much better at doing things that are more conceptual, right? It's like the keyword's time savings, right? Like, what is time? If you search time savings in a stock footage library, it's gonna be a mess, right? Yeah. So like, but the image generator can come up with a cool visualization for the concept of time savings, right? Yeah, for sure.
And you showed it before, but we didn't get to the screen share. What's that?
Yeah, screen share feature. So basically, like, that's great for like webinars, lectures, things like that, where you've got your screen up, you're showing something on the screen. A lot of like finance YouTubers use it for that, right? So they've got their stock chart up over here, they've got their face in the corner like a streamer, right? And so what we'll do is we'll take the stock chart, we'll put it on bottom, we'll take the streamer's face, blow them up, put it on top, and then boom, you have a vertical clip.
So
right?
is this like they're screen sharing and doing their presentation, and then the clips are made inside, or like they're doing like the raw recording inside Opus? And
No.
Or what's,
it's side by side. So yeah, so like anything like this, right?
oh, is it more like a button where you're designating like this is a screen share recording,
yeah,
and so it treats it differently?
Exactly.
Okay, so you're not actually uploading anything to Opus. You're just giving it the same YouTube link, but telling it it's a different type of content.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So we're just saying like, you can also have it as preset. We don't have it default to the screen share because sometimes the AI gets a little more over imaginative with what a screen share is, and they'll start grabbing random things in. But basically, you can have presets. So it's like you preset, like this content is screen share, so it'll automatically make all your clips so that it's showing this on one half and showing the person's face on the other.
Got it. So it's like a designation of the type of footage. All right, cool.
Yeah, sure.
And yeah, what's the how does the pricing and packages set up with?
It's
Opus?
super straightforward. It's just if you buy annually, $10 a month. If you buy monthly, it's $20 a month. That gives you 300 minutes worth of upload credits. So for most average Joe content creators, it's enough. For people like the NFL and the big dogs here, they are using $3,000 to $5,000 worth a month of upload credits. So they're definitely doing it at a much bigger scale. Okay. Exactly. They got a lot of shorts they got to deal with. But yeah, most creators, they just pay that $10 a month, buy it $120 annually, and it's plenty to get all their shorts needs taken care of. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much. Appreciate the overview.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming through.
And that is it for this video. Be sure to check out the rest of our NAB coverage over here at this playlist and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next episode.